Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Skyrim Let's Play. I had a hard time coming up with the name of this for some reason. Anyways, we are still in the aftermath of that little raid we had to deal with, as well as the Muffalo incident. And obviously our prisoners are still a bit beat up. Actually, Val's doing just fine. He is all healed up other than that stab scar on his foot. And Cod's doing alright. She'll get there. These are pretty minor, so she'll be fine. And then we have to decide what we want to do with them. They're both fairly young, Cod being not even technically an adult yet. And let's see, I believe they're both fairly easy to recruit as well. And we are going to do that. Neither of them are particularly great, but neither of them are exceptionally bad either. So with Cod, we'll probably train her up to be a melee fighter and just like a dedicated crafter, so we maybe have her do all the tailoring so that Nas doesn't have to worry about it so much, because he's not the best. I mean, he's an okay crafter, like he can get the job done, but we could have him doing other things, and she could help supplement that. Plus, Trobo has to do a lot of the crafting as well, and while he's really good at it, a lot of the building needs to get done by him too, and so him having split time between slows him down. Val, on the other hand, is a very capable fighter, so he'll be carrying a bow and melee weapons. Probably going to be fairly heavily armored, and his main thing, I think, is going to be construction. We're going to work really hard to get him better at building. He can help out with that. I don't care how many times he fails, we'll just make sure that he gets better and better, and then eventually, that'll be his main job when he's not killing things. But we're going to try to recruit them both, and we have them set to work and recruit. And they're both fairly easy. I mean, in terms of what we've seen, 67 and 50 is not bad at all. So, let's get things moving. Everybody's asleep, so it'll be at least a couple hours in game time before we start seeing any action here. But you may notice that I have started construction on this little thing here, and there's also one over on that side. These are going to be palisades from which we can defend the front entrance. Just to show you guys how these work, we have these palisades here. This is the normal height one. I believe it is impassable. It's essentially a wall. And these crenels are basically half-high ones. I believe these are impassable as well, but they function sort of like embrasures or crenellations where we can fire through them. And so what I've done here is oh good, our refining is done. Let's pause briefly, and I will take care of that in just a second, but I want to finish talking about this first. So the crenellations are lower. They should still prevent passage across, but we can fire through them. And so I've alternated regular palisades and crenellations here so that we can fire out of this little area. And then the pylons are necessary to support gates, and they also help transition on corners. So we have the pylons here and then gates in the middle, and then we have an identical layout but facing west on this side. And we don't need one up here because, again, this is all going to be walled off. So those will probably be the only two, but yeah, those will help us defend our entrances and give us an actual defensible position to fight from. Our archers will be able to fire out of those, and then we can have our melee characters ready at the gates. And because this is all made out of wood, it's fairly cheap, so when these gates inevitably get destroyed, it's really not that big a deal to spend another 25 wood to replace them. Whereas with this, it's 180, so we don't want these getting knocked down if we can help it. Alright, so research. Did we already have something queued up? I don't recall. We did, okay. So we're doing scribing next. We're trying to get down to master scribing, because we want those scrolls that are going to let our people start dealing in magic. Especially the one that will allow Umbra to start using the skill regrowth, because that will allow her to basically regenerate people's limbs and fix otherwise permanent injuries. Because in our other mods, for example, we have bionics to deal with that. We have the surgery mod that allows us to heal scars, but in this mod we don't have that, and so really all we have is very rudimentary prosthetics, so like peg legs, eye patches, things like that. And then we have magic, so hopefully magic will come through for us there. Apparently these are passable, so that is a bit of a shame. I just watched a llama walk over it, so yeah, those are passable, but still it gives us a very defensible position to work with, so either way it'll be fine. It just would have been nice if the enemy couldn't get through there. Would have made it even more defensible. Let's see, Trobo is working on a tunic for us. I'll have to figure out who that was for. I don't actually remember, but we have a list right here, so it shouldn't be that hard to find out. I think Trobo needs a tunic. Hawk just leveled up. Let's take a look at that. And that tunic just finished. So, does he just ditch it on the floor? Yeah, he's cranking these out and just ditching them. So we need to make sure that they get equipped before he tries to take them apart. But anyways, let's level you up. Get 2 points. I think I want to spend that on Ranger training, because that just makes her a better character all around. She moves faster, she gains immunity quicker, and she's more temperature tolerant. Also, aiming delay is lower, so she effectively shoots faster. Pretty solid. Also, bow mastery is something we would focus on. I'll probably not spend any more points on these skills, and just every time we get 2 points, I'll allocate them to one or the other of these, because these are just too damn useful to pass up. They're just expensive points wise. Right, so Trobo, what did you need? You need a new tunic. Unfortunately, that alpaca hide one is completely worthless, but we'll recycle it. So whatever you're doing, stop doing it and come wear this tunic. And he'll just ditch the other one on the ground, and we'll make sure, well, it'll get recycled virtually automatically. And then let's see, Nas himself needed something. What did you need, Nas? You got a new tunic. Your winter cloak is falling apart, but honestly, we probably shouldn't be wearing them. What is your current... Yeah, that's bringing your heat tolerance down a little bit, and it's actually quite warm outside right now. So we're getting into the end of spring. And then who else? The Jarl himself needed a new tunic, okay. His Warlord plate needs to get patched up. I don't know if there's a way we can do that in this current setup of mods, though. We might just have to craft him a new one, which might be out of our current capabilities right now. We might need the better forge for that. I don't want to give the Jarl an awful quality tunic, though. That doesn't seem right. You know what? I'll give the Jarl the good quality one. Trobo, you can have the other one. You're a blacksmith anyways. You're used to being kind of rough and rugged and dirty. Okay. Oh, okay. This alpaca is now named... this is the juvenile one that was born recently. It's now named Omega. And then let's see. So that tunic will get recycled into alpaca hide that we can use for something else. And this tunic will get recycled into ostrich leather that we can use for something else. I mean, it's not going to be a lot of it, but it's better than just having these destroyed shirts lying around. I do want to see about repairs, though. I wish there was a way that we could do that. But it's disassemble or make. That's it. Create or destroy. There's no fixing. And as far as I'm aware, there is no way for us to repair things. Oh, gem crafting. Interesting. There's no way for us to repair things other than using mods, and I do have repair mods installed, but they require electricity, so it's kind of a moot point. But let's see. I'm probably going to set up somewhere for... Maybe I'll just designate it in here for now, but let's go to stockpile. And this is going to be like winter cloak storage for now. We'll set that to critical, clear all, and then it's only going to be for winter cloaks. That would be under, crap. Body gear? Outer gear? Winter cloaks. And then everybody needs to ditch their winter cloaks. I will wait until he's done tearing stuff apart, though, because I don't want them to actually accidentally get disassembled. But I don't need them taking up space in here. This is already cluttered and full enough. Oh good, she's all healed up. What is this cloth? Okay, it's not particularly useful, but fine. How are these coming along? Slowly, but they are coming. Really need this finished as well. Unfortunately, Trobo is busy cutting stone blocks. We have a bit. You know what? Which one of you was the crafter? was Cod. So let's jump into the work here. Cod, I want you crafting. And Val, you are god-awful, so it would take you forever. I want you mining. But you guys need to earn your keep. So she's going to go start cutting stone blocks. Possibly, potentially, maybe not. One thing I need to do is I need to take this stockpile zone. Oh, I had it for a second there. And I want this to only be marble chunks. So get rid of all that. Only want marble chunks in there. Oh, malaria. Oh, crap. Well, we have a cure for that. You go eat your stew, and then I need you to cure these people. How many was it? Just the 2 of them? Okay, that's not too bad. She could probably just wipe it out right away with this. So we'll let her finish, and then I'll shift-click that. Oh, she's going to do it right now? Okay. Fair enough. Well, bingo. There we are. Perfect. And we'll let her finish her food, and then we'll send her over to go treat Trobo. Gotta wait for that cooldown. Oh, we got hay grass harvest coming in. That's nice. That'll really, really help with the kibble production, because we've been falling behind on that. In fact, yeah. They haven't been doing it. They're also not butchering these muffalo, and I'm not entirely sure why. But there's a lot of dead animals here. We should probably start cutting them up. Alright, well, yeah, fair enough, do that too, but... what the hell is this Lynx doing? Just playing? Alright, fair enough. Where the hell did Trobo end up? Oh, yeah, go help him out real quick. Let's just nip that in the bud right now, so it's not a issue for us later. Alright, this is actually coming along quite nicely. I think it looks nice too. It definitely fits the aesthetic we're going for, so that's cool. And these are slowly getting moved. She's just cutting anything we put in front of her, which I guess is fine. She's going to clear that area out, but no longer will non-marble blocks get put in there. So she'll actually have something to work with, which is good. And then Trobo's going to cut some blocks over there too. Eventually we'll need to cut some sandstone, but that's not critical. That's just more for decoration. Oh, the R leveled up. We also got wargs on the map. That's something that we'll need to look into. But first, let's consider leveling you up. No, I'm going to save that point for the next level up, and we're going to go into either Blade or Body Mastery, one or the other. Probably Blade, but we'll see. And is that going to get disassembled? Nas, what are you up to, man? Oh, you're dropping off this stuff. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Just kind of hustle up, because I want to get those winter cloaks set aside. Honestly, I'm wondering if the winter cloaks are not worth it, because Hawk, for example, I think is... Yeah, she's a lot more temperature tolerant in her deer hide jacket. So if we could get people jackets instead, that might be the better way to go. Just because I'm pretty sure she was fine during the winter. She's good down to minus 32. And so... it might be easier to have something like that we can wear year-round, because constantly equipping and unequipping winter cloaks is going to get annoying. Like, even you in that ridiculous warlord armor is a lot more temperature tolerant than a lot of these guys. So, I think jackets it is. Jackets is a good plan. I wish we had some... Oh, we have a little bit of, like, red stuff. I wanted to have, like, a uniform color that everybody wears, but that is going to be difficult because most of what we have is, at this point, cloth or buffalo leather, and that's like a very neutral color. It's basically white. So yeah, I don't want everybody wearing white jackets, especially cloth jackets, because it'd just be kind of useless. Devil Strand wouldn't be that much better, but at least it would have color, so that's a thought. But we obviously don't have any Devil Strand, although we can grow Devil Strand. I don't know why we aren't currently. Well, because food was more important, that's why. Oh, all our hops are done. do we even have anywhere to use them? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. So let's see. If we were to build ourselves some fermenting barrels, do these need to be indoors to be as effective? Because I could just line them up out here for now. And we'll get some beer crafting. I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Now, for a proper Skyrim settlement, we would be making mead, but we don't have the ability to do that. So, ale is going to have to suffice. I mean, ale is in Skyrim as well, but obviously mead is the way to go if you're a true Nord. So, we'll have to... I mean, there's probably a mod that adds that. Because I know there's mods that add, like, all sorts of stuff that you can eat and use. Honey is probably one of them, and if you can ferment that honey and turn it into wine, well, then you've got mead. And it's quite tasty, actually. I like it quite a bit. It's really nice in the winter when it's cold out. And if you get the ones that come with like the mulling spices that you can kind of cook it up in. The problem is if you cook it, you know, you lose a little bit of the alcohol. But it is really, really good warm with a bit of mulling spice. Let's see. I want you going the other way with those blocks, man. I want you building stuff. These cods pulling their own weight. Val's just kind of hanging out in the quarry. We got so much damn steel. Like, so much steel. We gotta figure out what we want to do with it. I think a lot... Yeah, look how much steel we have. If we ever got a trader, we could sell some of it. But, you know, we don't get traders, so... what can you do? I need to light this as well. Definitely need to light that. Kibble is out, so we might see some starving animals pretty soon here. There's not really a way for me to prioritize them crafting it, though. They're going to always do meals first. Unfortunately, they're making too many. I'm actually going to tell them to stop. I should probably set that on like a hard cap limit. So rather than doing forever, do until we have... We got 164. That is more than we need. We're going to say allow cooking skill 8 or better. And we'll say do until we have... 60 is not bad. I'm going to say... let's just say 100 even. That might even be overkill though, because we don't really have a way to refrigerate it, so... Let's try 60 and see how that works. And then we'll say pause when satisfied, but unpause. Basically make some as soon as we start using them. Alright. We have a lot of eggs kicking around as well. Hopefully they'll start turning into chickens. Got a lot of animals running around, honestly. We should probably look into that. Let's see here. A lot of boars. Gonna need to cull a few more of them. Let's see. We've got 2 males, 2 adult males, and 3 adult females. We could probably do... I've already trained it, so I may as well keep it. No point in slaughtering it after we've already invested in the training. So, yeah, we should probably train this alpaca as well. I need to... I mean, they don't breed nearly as quickly, so that's fine. But, yeah, the alpacas at least have multiple uses. The boars are really only good for food and, you know, the hide they drop after we kill them. But they give us less meat when they are tiny, so we want to wait until they're either juvenile or adult before we kill them. And then, let's see... We've got 3 hens and 2 roosters, and then 3 chicks. So we'll have to wait for them to grow up as well before we cull them. And that's fine, because we do have a lot of dead animal lying around here. I don't know why, again, they're not being butchered. They should be getting butchered. They're going to spoil relatively quickly here. So hopefully we can get Cheddar to do that tomorrow. That is his main priority after all. So he should be, you know, cooking away. Or in this case, butchering away. But yeah, we need to set up some sort of refrigeration room. The problem is we don't have the electricity to do that. So all we can really do is make these passive coolers. And it's going to be a constant wood sink, which may be a problem. But that's really the only option we have, and so we need to set that up somewhere, somehow. The other issue is I've been so focused on, building these outer walls that we haven't built any actual functional buildings, really. We've been sort of making these work functionally, but that was never their intention. I'm going to try to lay this out like an actual little town inside and have, buildings dedicated to each thing with the people that operate them sleeping inside the buildings. So, for example, eventually we'll have a brewery, and whoever's doing that will have, the barrels there, and they can handle all that for us. Or maybe they'll just be attached to Chetta's farm or something, but we'll have things more organized, more compartmentalized, and laid out. Oh, well, if we ever get a trader, that'll be useful. But it's been a long time since we've had any visitors that weren't hostile. Alright, so apparently, the first cure disease we worked on Trobo was not successful, so I'm having Umbra revisit that to make sure that it is successful, because he actually hasn't been getting particularly good treatment, so the infection's actually getting quite bad. But hopefully she can just nip that in the bud right here, and... Oh, that leveled her up, and that was successful. Cool, so it's gone. That is gone. Do you have... Do me a favor and hit Hawk with one of those while you're at it. That'll let her heal a little bit quicker. So, right. You have 1 point. Where do we want to spend that? We've already got her disease knowledge up to 3, which is the only reason we were actually able to use this against malaria. We only need to be level 1 to do it, but obviously we can handle anything with it now. Effective treatment. What does this do? Always succeeds. 20% chance to reduce severity by 2. Well, we're already at level 1. 75% chance to reduce severity by 2. And then... okay. So at level 3, it's basically guaranteed to reduce severity. It's just whether it's by 2 or by 3. Or maybe not. I'm not sure if those are like additive or how exactly those percentages add up. Because it could be... It's either one or the other, and there's like a 1% chance that nothing happens, or it could be... yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to do the math on that, and I don't feel like it. Reduces the cost by 10%. That could be useful, so let's throw a point in there. Because the cheaper that ability is to use, the more that she can use it before she tires out, runs out of stamina. And if we have like a massive plague epidemic, she might need to use that quite a bit. Alright, so Hawk is basically all healed up after that regeneration spell cast on her. The only thing remaining is this bite scar, which will need regrowth to actually deal with. But she's all healed up now. So hopefully we'll see a bit more construction start happening. There should be plenty of wood lying around for them to deal with this stuff. So I imagine the Palisades will get done fairly quickly, and that's fine. I probably should have refrained from queuing up all these floors. Oh, I need to fill this in as well. But I just wanted to get out of the way. But yeah, they'll probably slow down on the walls just because they'll do the floors first like they started there. And like they've done here. And the walls are really more important. The floors are aesthetic, but the walls are, are protecting us. That's kind of a big deal. Still no prisoner recruitment happening. Hopefully that gets taken care of. I should probably make sure... Okay. Just ensuring I didn't do something weird, because sometimes when we need something done really, really quickly, I'll change their priorities, like 1 for everybody on one particular thing. But in this case, no. No, they're just not being particularly efficient with their time. Chetta, where the hell are you, man? You're making kibble. Good. Oh, wow, we just lost all those muffalos, unfortunately. Well, that's fine. We're getting fish and stuff. We also have animals of our own that we can butcher. He's gonna... What are you gonna do with that egg? Oh, you're collecting them and dropping them here? Okay, I'm gonna forbid those as well. And we just trained something. That's good. You cooking with a bit of fish? Yeah, he's using the fish. Alright, so I need to disallow rotten. That's already a thing. So what we'll want to do then is set up a stockpile out here somewhere for those corpses, just to ensure that they don't sit there. So clear all, allow rotten, just rotten corpses, I guess, animal corpses. The problem with that is they might take the non-rotten stuff, but we'll set that to... What is the priority on this one? That's preferred, so as long as it's lower than preferred, they won't grab the unrotten stuff. So we'll have to set it to normal. Alright. Fair enough. But yeah, we should see those start moving. Whether the animals take them or whether we have to do it ourselves, it should get done. You are still disassembling stuff. That's good. The problem is we have so much crafting material and nothing to do with it. I need more storage space, honestly. We could start turning a lot of this cloth into clothing items that we could sell. If, again, we ever had somebody to come buy them. That's kind of, you know, a big part of that. But we could start making commodities. It's just that the shirts take up more storage space than the material does. So that doesn't really help me unless there's somebody actively buying it. And if there isn't, then, well, you know, what can we do? It looks like we're finally getting back on the kibble thing, though. So we managed to handle that before it became a problem, which is good. Oh, wow, we have even more cloth. You know what? Let's maybe not build any or grow any more of that. So what do we want to grow instead? We just grow roses? Okay. Let's not do that. Let's instead do... Honestly, we really don't need to be growing anything right here. We have everything we need. Except, more food is always good. Could grow trees. Yeah, I'm gonna grow trees. These are ugly as hell, but they grow really fast. So I think I'll do those. But having a renewable source of wood wouldn't be a terrible idea. There's obviously plenty of trees on the map, but if we clear cut the place, it's not going to, you know, work so well for us. Another thing I need to do is, let me look at this real quick. I would prefer that you didn't use our potatoes and stuff for that. There's plenty of hay available. Use the hay. Because last time a lot of it went to waste. And so I'd like to actually use the hay for something. The animals, some of the animals will just eat it raw, but not all of them will. And so by turning it into kibble, all the animals can eat it. Whether they're grazers or not, they can eat kibble. The horses come over here and eat kibble all the time, even though they can eat the grass off the ground, although there's not a whole lot of grass on the ground. We had a pretty rough winter. It got pretty nightmarish out here. You can see that there is really nothing out there for them to chew on. There's also a lot of dead person's clothes on the ground. I don't know that we're ever going to get to those, to be honest, but I'm not that concerned about it. We obviously don't need any more material. I could just start making, like, steel statues or something, just to process some of this crap. The problem is I don't have enough people to do that. Because that pulls, like, Snorri, or... No, it was... Was it Snorri? I think it's Snorri, yeah, you're the artist. Sort of. She's got plenty of other things she can do. She's a builder, she's a grower. So, her making statues is really the least of my concerns at the moment. But... that is a way that we could be using steel. Like, I wish you had more skills. I mean, you could be doing it instead of mining, I guess. Because God knows we don't need any more steel. We do need a constant supply of marble, though. And that is something he can do for us. You know what I'll do? I'm going to set this to chisel block mode. And that might speed up our construction a little bit. And slow down the production of all these resources that we can't utilize right now. So that might be better for us. We'll see how that goes. And we can always change it back. We can always change it back. But we need marble blocks desperately, because we want to get all this construction done. Our palisade out here is nearly done, except for that one spot. Who's unhappy? Belisarius? You don't like hauling rotten muffalo? Fair enough. Oh, you went and grabbed the one out here. Yeah, let's not do that. There's actually a lot of critters out there. We can get back to hunting pretty soon. I don't think we need to do it right now. Let's make sure that doesn't get hauled either. But yeah, there's actually grass and animals out here. Of course, the areas where my animals are allowed to go, there's absolutely nothing. But when we need to, we'll start hunting again. Are you dead? You know what? That's edible. That's just a red fox. I thought that might have been Lane, our fox, but no, it's not. But yeah, we'll start queuing up some more hunting projects. Honestly, I'd prefer they just fished on a regular basis. That would make things so much easier, but they don't do it. They always prioritize hunting over fishing, and there's really no way for me to force them to fish. Sometimes they'll let me, like one time it allowed me to. Why the hell do you have 2 spears? Are they the same weapon? No, one of them's actually lower quality than the other. There we go. I mean, not lower quality, but in worse shape is what I was looking for there. Oh, another raid. The Dark Wolverines. Ah, crap. What are we looking at here? Let's give them time to kind of move away from the edge of the map. There's actually quite a few of them, and they're coming straight for us. Are any of you werewolves? That'd be nice to know now. Doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. Okay, so I don't think we're going to get mauled by a werewolf here. Luckily, everybody's all healed up. The question becomes, where are they going to approach from? Also, I need all my animals indoors. Let's see. I just don't want them going and attacking this horse because it decided to sleep outside the walls. Honestly, I could care less about the boars, but yeah, the horses are hard to come by, and they don't appear to ever want to breed, so we haven't been able to get more of them. So yeah, it would be a bad idea to try to hole up inside and let the animals get slaughtered. Right, so zone area, animal area. Let's see, I need you guys inside for right now. And in the future, what I'll do is I'll set up effectively 2 animal zones. One for normal, you know, everyday situations, and then one for, you know, raid situations. And that way the animals will be able to just, you know, toggle quickly back and forth between those. So hopefully they get the memo on that sooner rather than later. I'm going to start waking everybody up as well, because they are headed straight for us. They're not going to wait. So everybody, let's get you... I think they're going to attack this gate, so let's go here. Umbra, you're not going to fight. Do they have any animals? No. Okay, so beguiling animals isn't going to help us here. It looks like they are going to attack on this side, so are they going to go for the horse? It looks like Tony's making a break for it. You're going to go try to light my palisade on fire like a dick. Alright, what I'm going to do is let's get a couple people outside here to start firing. And then I'll have like the other 2 standing in here with a few of our melee characters on standby, ready to just kick the crap out of them once they walk through. The Jarl's not here yet, but we'll want him there. And Zenata, you might be going on a mission over here to deal with that person. I think that's everybody. Oh, Chetta didn't get a task. Well, you set it behind that tree. Oh, you picked the dumbest possible path there. We need to get those trees out of the way, by the way. Before I forget, cut plants right there. God, she had to go through like 4 different doors to do this. Here they come. Oh, wow, you got to us quick. How did you get there so fast? Hawk, do me a favor, and I want you to... A poison trap would actually be pretty useful here, but let's do one of these first. Fire there. Belisarius, you need to get inside. Get inside. Alright, there's one down. The animals are dealing with you. Okay, you're down. You're dead. You're dead. Let's pull everybody back, and we'll let them kind of knock on the door for a while. Where the hell is Snorri at? Or, sorry, Zenata. Okay, so they abandoned that plan, I guess. Right, we'll get back over here then. And I wish you didn't drop your bow, man. That was a pretty dumb move. Go back out there and get it. Alright, and then should we push out? That seems ill-advised. But they have a lot of range. Yeah, they're all ranged, so might have to. Let's get you two over there. Melee attack holder. Hawk, get out here. Belisarius, get out there. Joyce, you are a bit roughed up. I don't know if I should send you out there, to be honest. I'll have you set up on the corner there. No, I wanted you here. Oh, corpse is in the way. And then Nas, I want you melee attacking there. Antilius, I want you melee attacking here. Cheta, let's get you to there and have you start firing at them. Everybody go. Alright, perfect. So we don't need the poison trap, that's not going to help us. Go ahead and release your links. You can free the demon dog. Who else has an animal? Free your husky or whatever the hell you have. And Trobo, you need to be moving. I want you to go there. Y'all black, I want you to go here. Please stop shooting our own people, Cheta. Do me a favor and arrow storm there. Oh, Cheta's down. That's not good. Oh, sorry, Nas is down. Nas is down. Snorri, fire at them. Hawk, fire at them as well, please. Stay there, stay there. Why are they attacking my alpaca? Alright, they're starting to flee. There's only like one of them that's not dead or on the ground at this point. Oh, sorry, 2. Slick is not dead, though. Neither is Tony, so we have to decide who we want to take here, but that's all of them. Dead or defeated. Call back your animal. You can go... Yeah, go get your weapon. Cheta, how are you looking? That's pretty minor. I need you to rescue Nas. Is any of that... Ah, man. Oh, no, none of that's new. Man, everybody's going for the eyes. Like, his eyes are so messed up. Hawk, how are you looking? Yeah, you're fine. Call back your links. Can I get you to rescue him, please? And then... Slick, are you worth keeping? Are you magically inclined? He's ascetic. That's great for our situation. Trigger happy. Chemical interest is a bit of a problem, but we can deal with it. He's actually a fairly decent combatant and could do research for us down the line. Let's see. He's addicted to mana potions, and he's currently on an arcane high. He's not capable of magic, though, so that's kind of ridiculous. I might take him on as a prisoner, and then maybe once he's done with his withdrawals and whatnot, we'll consider recruiting him. She should recover from that as well if we decide to help her. She is a very good melee combatant, Why she was hanging back with a bow is beyond me, but she's also a pretty competent doctor and could serve us in a lot of different facets. She's also super immune, which is great. Psychically sensitive is kind of bad, because if there's a drone, she's going to go nuts. But I think it'll be okay. We'll go ahead and rescue you and capture you. And you guys are all dead, if I'm not mistaken. The Jarl didn't take any damage? Wow. Trobo, how are you looking? That's all pretty minor. But these people are all dead, if I'm not mistaken. So strip, strip, and strip. And we'll make sure all this stuff gets hauled. Is there anything else? Pila are not super useful, but, you know. We'll leave that on the ground because that's Naz's weapon. That's his as well. That is theirs. Okay, everybody go. Oh, is somebody... Who's rescuing you? Who's capturing you? No reachable on reserve, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we need more beds, right. So let's go ahead and do sleeping spots for now. That'll be enough. And Jarl Black, I need you to capture Slick. Okay. I'm going to end the episode here, and I will give you guys an update at the beginning of next episode regarding how all this goes with these prisoners. You're dead? Okay. Yeah, let's make sure you get stripped as well. And obviously, if anything goes wrong with our own colonists, I'll let you know about that too, but I think we'll be okay. Umbra is going to throw a fat heal on Naz as soon as he is in bed. You guys can go back to your business. Zenata, what the hell happened to you? I guess you ran there and like never quite made it back to the fight because I was busy micromanaging other people. I'm glad the alpaca that joined the melee didn't get hurt, because that would have sucked. But they appear to be fine. I'm curious though, what does your bow look like? Recurve bow, poor 39%. Range damage is 16. Or sorry, range is 16, damage is 14. This may be a better weapon. 18, I think the cooldown is less as well. Better range, yeah, you know what, Joyce? Go ahead and equip that. And then make sure yours gets hauled. What are you currently doing? Oh, you're going to go rest. Okay, fair enough. Right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.